Hey everyone, I'm Ultima456, you're the Ultimates, and welcome to episode 62 of Let's Platinum Danganronpa 1, 2, Reload. Alright, so when we last left off, Kyoko Kirigiri had said the name Mukuro Ikusaba. Well, we're about to learn a little bit more about Mukuro. Let's keep going.
Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
Dun dun dun. Kyoko told me to watch out for her. Mukuro Ikusaba. That was 3 days before the next incident. 3 days before we would be faced with another murder. God, I can't read today. 3 days before the worst thing so far would reveal itself. Alright, here we go. Enter Chapter 5. This little music bit there, if you heard, kind of reminds me a bit of like Professor Layton or even Broken Sword, almost. Makes me kind of think of Broken Sword, even though I don't know if that's the music that they had, but there was like an early Broken Sword game where he's like in a coffee shop, I think. That's how it's coffee shop music. In the meantime, the day after Sakura's class trial, that morning in the dining hall. So, let's begin the usual post-trial investigation. Hey, you didn't make small talk or anything. We never just get straight to the point like that. If you want to keep up with me, you must refrain from pointless small talk. Jeez, how high is that horse of yours? That whore of yours. Whoops. He just acts like that to hide his own insecurities. That's what I like to think anyway. Regardless, if you want to defeat the mastermind, you need to follow my lead. They creep around the school like a mouse, but the mastermind's pride is as bloated as a cow's udder.
In the name of my family.
And no matter what it takes, I will rid this world of them.
Huh?
Hey, Toko, you've been pretty quiet. Man, you're so boring now. You just sit there like a mushroom. Gonna start calling you Miss Mushroom.
What's your deal?
She didn't snap back at you. Her talking makes things difficult, so I told her not to open her mouth without permission. What? But if she can't open her mouth, she can't eat or drink water. I don't care.
How about that?
And you're okay with that, Toko? Jeez, how low is that rock you're hiding under? How high is that your horse and how low is that rock? I believe this is the small talk Byakuya warned us against.
Come on.
And yet, I let myself get involved. But it is now finished. I will never allow you to drag me down to your level again.
Let's go.
We're going to begin our search. Stop running your mouths and start moving your legs. Pressured by an obviously irritated Byakuya, we all started our exploration. Alright, so he's obviously referring to the fact that now that another class trial has taken place, more of the school has opened up. Floor or level number 5, in fact. But before we do that, let's collect mono coins. So I'm just going to basically fly through this as quickly as possible, collect all the mono coins. I know all the locations for them, so we're just going to go there as quickly as possible. The first one is in the dining hall, and it is in the surveillance camera. Second one is in these, they're written down, well, the guide that I was using had them written down as fruit boxes, but it's actually vegetables, so whatever. Apparently tomato is a fruit. Oh no, did I actually say that? I don't want any arguments about whether it's a fruit or a vegetable. It doesn't matter. It's pretty good. I like tomatoes. Alright, this second shelf on the left here in the warehouse. I'm going to be skipping the sort of the dialogue that Makoto makes as I pick up these items because really, it's just like little stuff. So we're down to 6 people left now, and the halls are feeling really empty. And we have so many rooms for students, but everyone's dead. And with this Mukuro Ikusaba person being the 16th student, that means 10 people were killed? That's weird. Oh well. So there's another one in the trapdoor. Let's go into the laundry. I'm trying to do this as efficiently as possible. I think I've come up with a pretty good way of doing it. It's the last machine here. Well, the first one from the right. So 667, doing pretty well in terms of mono coins. We're going to get just over 700 by the time we've collected all 60. I believe, geez, I really hope I'm right about this. I really should have looked this up before actually saying it, but I'm pretty confident I am right. There are only 2 free time events in Chapter 5, that I know for a fact, but I believe they're also the last 2 free time events. There are no more. You don't get any in Chapter 6, so yeah. Hey, I just realized that window, or that mirror doesn't have any reflection. It's very strange. Alright, let's go over here. I actually really want to check my presence as well, because I know who I'm going to talk to. The people that I talked to, I did okay, I guess. You know, if I really went through again and like thought about who I wanted to talk to or get the most abilities and all that kind of stuff that I can use, maybe I would have done it differently. But I think for the most part, it turned out alright. It doesn't really matter too much if you're playing by yourself. Like if you're not using this as a guide or whatever, and you're playing for the first time by yourself. Then yeah, it doesn't really, oh sorry, it might matter a little bit more, but if you're following me, it doesn't really matter. Alright, so that was the last one. We got the school store counter, and then we got the main hall front door, and now we're just going to go straight to floor number 5 here. Alright, here we go. So here I am on the 5th floor of Hope's Peak Academy. The 5th floor has opened up to us, and it's totally different from all the floors we've seen up till now. For some reason it feels unpleasant. It doesn't look that unpleasant to me. You got like bamboo trees around here. It's quite nice actually. But maybe the color, I don't know, like that blue tinge to it makes him feel a little bit uneasy. Nighttime secrets. This looks like probably Makoto. More, no, stomp stomp. He's so dirty. Alright, we need to examine the metal plate nearer to the blackboard. I'm just going to try, let's see if it's here as well. No, okay, so yes. The metal plate nearer to the blackboard is where you get the next set of coins in classroom 5A. That thing on the wall there says a violin, so very strange. Okay, now let's jump into classroom 5B. What do we got? Haha, catch me if you can. Wait up, I'm gonna punish you. Gross. That looks like Kyoko, Monokuma. This is Makoto because it says Makoto right there. Very interesting. Alright, Toko. Huh? Does she want to talk to me about something? Toko, what's wrong? Is she trying to say something? I think she's almost just a little more and I might get it. Sorry, but I have no idea what it is you're trying to tell me. She just let her shoulders drop. She looks so sad. I guess she gave up. Alright, so... what's his face? Oh, I already examined it? No, it's the monitor. Whoops. Now it says despair here. It's the wall monitor. Examined the wrong one. Yeah, she's still, well, Byakuya told her not to talk and apparently she just does whatever he says. So that's great. Alright, so now let's see. There's Hina. And on this side we've got a dojo. Through there is a garden and then that just leads around. I'll show you the, let's see the layout there. So it's not very large actually, floor 5. Not much to do here, but let's just go through all the rooms. Alright, Kyoko's in here. Let's look at this armor first. A suit of armor is on display. It's extremely Japanese. Like in Neo. Looks like the Neo armor. You can examine the cherry blossoms. Even though this room is totally enclosed, there's a cherry tree planted here and it's in full bloom. It's quite elegant. This is what you consider elegant?
Indeed.
I lived overseas for a long time, so this kind of Japanese style scenery is refreshing. But considering our situation, isn't it kind of out of place? Okay. What about this, the targets? That target seems pretty far away. Gotta say, pretty proud of my eyesight. I'm not proud of mine. I lost mine when I was, well, not lost it completely, but I diminished when I was almost 13, I think, something like that. It's a straw post used for sword practice. Did they use it for training here too? Okay. And we also have to examine this number 6 locker. There's a bunch of wooden lockers in here. The wooden lockers and keys remind me of super old school public bathhouses. All right, and let's speak to Kyoko. What Kyoko told me yesterday. What the heck did it mean?
Yukiro Ikusaba, the 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
Kyoko? I'm not gonna say anything. Huh? I can't say anything. Kyoko narrowed her eyes. Her gaze started up to the surveillance camera.
Hey,
You understand why, right? She was trying to tell me that whatever it was important. The mastermind couldn't find out. How did Kyoko get her hands on information that could be that important?
so then,
We're finished here. She made it very clear that our conversation had come to an end. And just like usual, I didn't understand anything better than before. Alright, so now we can get out. You actually have to examine everything in order to get out of there. Let's go straight to the garden. So, yeah, we got everything there. Okay, we got 4 locations for Monokuma coins here. Alright, let's examine this gigantic flower. What is this? This thing is super weird, super creepy. Flowers aren't supposed to get this big. Is this thing real?
Watch out!
Watch out! What? That's a Monokuma flower. I came up with the name myself. Try and touch it, and you're in for some real excitement. Your heart's all like, whoa, and the plant's all like, snap, and your flesh is all like, blah, I'm dead. In other words, it's a monstrosity. It's pretty freaking amazing if I do say so myself. A student helped speak added improvement after improvement and created this miracle creature. The ultimate botanist. Although they don't go here anymore. They died during the tragedy.
actually,
By the way, despite how it looks, that flower is super practical. It can eat paper, plastic, even people. So it's totally good for the environment.
Wow.
Such an eco-friendly creation is vital for the future growth of a healthy society. Not that I know anything about that myself. Spouting more and more nonsense, Monokuma eventually disappeared. Whatever it is, I better keep my distance. Nice, almost 700 coins. Alright, it's hard to kind of see, but that little sprinkler is actually a point of interest as well. Those nozzles poking out, are those the sprinklers? Indeed. Makoto, indeed. Let's go into the shed first. No, let's... Oh, yeah, I was about to say, no, let's not. But yeah, just to be sure, I should look in the tool shed, I think is what he said. This place seems totally disorganized, from a lawnmower to fertilizer, flower pots to farm tools, and leaning against the back wall. Is that a pickaxe? Don't know why that's so weird, but okay. Yeah, I guess a pickaxe is not really a farm tool. Bags of fertilizer are piled up. There are so many different kinds to choose from. Really? They all look the same to me. Alright, let's examine that. Let's examine this hoe, I think. There are different kinds of gardening tools here. Are they trying to get us to become self-sufficient? Let's examine the mower now. There's a lawnmower here. Even with this here, who's actually going to take care of the lawn? Nice. Okay. What about these pot plants? So many flower pots. Oh, yeah, flower pots. Big ones, little ones, any size you might need. Maybe I'll grow some flowers, put in my room. Alright, and the pickaxe. Let's have a look. Huh? There's something carved into the handle of this pickaxe. Crazy diamond. I feel like I remember seeing that somewhere. Yeah, I feel like I remember that too. But where was it? Alright, let's examine... let's examine this. There's some kind of control panel set near the wall. Does it control the air conditioning or something? It's for the sprinklers. Sprinklers? Yeah, it controls the sprinklers in the garden. The sprinklers are set to go off every morning at 7:30. Don't you dare change it without permission. Of course, the settings panel is locked, so you couldn't change it even if you wanted to. So that means the sprinklers go off at 7:30 AM every morning. Yep, you got it. It's super user-friendly, which sucks. So if you get here too early, you'll get drenched, so watch yourself. But you're not a little kid, right? You're too old to go running through sprinklers anyway.
Yes. Yes.
Or do you have some kind of water fetish? I'm gonna tell everyone! What about this thing? Is this a chicken coop? What's a chicken coop doing here? This place even has chickens, huh? They're just regular chickens, right? Like, they don't eat people or lay bombs instead of eggs or something crazy like that. Seems safe. It's a chicken. doesn't have like a second form, right? I don't know if he says the same thing about everyone. Oh, it's a chicken. It's really alive, right? There's no mistake. Alright, let's go through each one quickly. Chicken really is right, like I can say that for sure. It's not expecting to be fed like humans, is it? And lastly, I'm not gonna like, I was not gonna like lay a bomb, is it? Okay, same thing. Step away from the chicken coop, yes. And now let's talk to Hero. Oh, you like chickens too, Makoto? Yeah, I love these little guys. They're seriously cute, right? And there's exactly 5 of them here. Exactly? 5. You know, the number that comes after 4 and before 6. At least in terms of natural numbers. Anyway, whenever the number 5 pops up, that's a good omen. It contains the mysteries of the cosmos.
30% right.
It's a number of power, a refreshing number on par with hand-squeezed all-natural lemonade. He never lets me get a word in edgewise. Natural numbers? Oh, what else am I missing? I examined... Oh, I need to talk to him, that's right, yep.
Yo.
At first I thought I saw blue skies, but turns out that they just painted the walls and the ceiling.
Yo.
Oh, but the plants are all real. It's been a while since I've smelled vegetation. It helps me relax.
What the heck?
That's not what you're thinking, is it? Huh? Why is that bad? Wait, hang on. What did he say? Now I'm confused. At first I thought it was cool. Turns out the paint, yeah. Oh, but the plants are real. It's been a while since I've smelled vegetation. That's not what you're thinking, is it? Like, he thought those first 4 lines, and he's like, but I know that that's not what you're interested in, so you can't possibly be thinking that. And Makoto, huh? Why is that bad? Okay, I don't know. Don't you get it? Don't you realize the true horror of plant life? It's there, just beneath the surface. Beneath their calm exterior, they're always watching and waiting. And when they decide they can't leave us in charge of Earth anymore,
The end is nigh.
they'll put their plan for global human extinction into action.
Well,
I'm serious. Okay, thanks, Hero, for your wise words. Oh yeah, the natural numbers made me remember The Simpsons when, God, I don't know why I remember this particular part, but they have to go into the basement because of the tornado when Flanders' house gets destroyed and everyone's fine and they're playing the Rubik's Cube. Oh, Rubik's Cube, let's solve it together. Put your main finger on the something and your other finger on the something and turn it. And Marge's like, my main finger? I don't know why, but that's what it reminds me of. This floor feels different compared to all the others. I'm not sure what it is. Is there some reason for that? I hope it's not anything too creepy. Alright, brace yourselves, ladies and gentlemen, because behind this door, gentlemen, yeah, is a massacre. What the hell is this? The grotesque horror of the room struck me hard and fast. What I saw was bad enough, but what I smelled? It was sour, pungent, impossibly rank.
I see.
It smells awful, doesn't it? It must be at least vaguely familiar to you. After all, you've been around your fair share of corpses. Are you saying... It's the smell of death, their flesh and fat and blood. There was no surprise in his voice, no shock. But he was right. I had experienced this smell more than once before. It was the smell of death and despair. But the smell here is strong, condensed. It's the smell of a battlefield. Monokuma must have...
Hey, come
What?
on now.
Sorry, I had to swallow.
What? My fault again? Stop trying to blame everything on me.
If you hadn't done what you did, this never would have happened.
No, it's quite the opposite.
The opposite?
Now then.
Yep, let me give you an itty bitty eegee squeegee little hint. As far as this room goes, I don't know a thing. I just left it exactly how I found it.
What?
Yes, indeed.
How's that for a hint? Better than those stupid hints you get from NPCs in those mean old RPGs.
Oh.
But it's pretty scary, huh? Blood all over the walls and junk. Of course, even in the outside world, people die bloody, gruesome deaths every day.
I can't wait! I can't wait!
So it's not really a big deal. Just keep your chin up and keep on living, soldier.
What's he talking about? He just left it the way he found it? What's the meaning of all this? Alright, let's quickly examine. So I've got a pool of blood here. There's blood all over the place. I want to shut my eyes forever against such a ghastly sight. It appears all the bloodstains are dry, and their color has changed as well. And I think it's safe to assume these stains are considerably old. This is all really blood? Of course, I wouldn't find it interesting otherwise. And it is interesting, I assure you. What on earth happened in this classroom? He seems like he's enjoying himself. No way can I keep up with someone like that. Examine the outline here. There are white chalk outlines drawn all over the floor. How many bodies were there? I've seen this kind of thing on detective shows and stuff like that. You always see it at the scene of a murder. I wish I could say I don't believe it. Okay, there's really nothing else to do. Let's just talk to him real quick. Byakuya, about what Monokuma just told us. It's like I'm not even here. He must be lost in thought. Is he really thinking that hard, or is he just flat out ignoring me? Alright, let's see if I can quickly... Just want to finish this section up. Did I miss anything? Oh, I did miss something. Oops. Sorry. Examine the surveillance camera. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. Almost missed that. Alright, so we've actually collected 18 different locations. Monokuma coins from 18 different locations. There are 2 more, and they're in Makoto's room again. Yeah, let's quickly do this. Rattle, rattle. It's locked. We came all this way just to be denied here. The sign in the hall says Biolab, and also says Raw on the door. A biolab that we're forbidden from seeing into. Kinda sounds like something out of an old cheesy horror movie. I guess I've seen what there is to see up here for now. But once again, nothing I found seems to make any real sense. I need to head back to the dining hall and find out what the others turned up. Alright, cool. So I wait till this loads and then we'll probably stop here. And one after another, everyone made their way to the dining hall. And I think that's a good place to stop. So, I want to thank you all very much for watching episode 62 of Let's Platinum Danganronpa 1-2 Reload. My name is Ultima456, you're the Ultimates, and I'll see you next time.